See it on your face. What are you thinking? What are you going through right now?
Losing hurts no matter what. These ones always hurt a little bit more, especially these seniors. You want to do it for them. Hopefully you get a bowl game. It's not guaranteed. So hopefully it's not the last time you get to play with them anymore. They've meant so much to the program. They've had some historic moments. Those guys have built it, and just wish you could have sent them out a little bit better.
What was the challenge with Brevyn today?
He's a good back. Obviously, you guys can see that. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he can run. You break tackles if you don't hit him low. You got to swarm, wrap up, run your feet, and I just don't think we did a good enough job of that tonight.
How tough was it to keep their quarterback under wraps?
Yeah, as you guys saw, he got out a good amount. Couldn't get him down as much as we would have hoped, quick enough before the sticks. So he was able to, that second play was a big thing for them. Initial reads weren't there. He was able to extend it, and that second play really hurt us when he got out there on his feet. Just got to do a little bit better job on all three levels, keeping him in the pocket. And if he gets out, we got to go track him down while we cover still. But, it's not just one guy, one position group. It's a team effort. So, we could have been better at that.
Cody, what does it mean to you to play with Tyler Nubin over the years?
Oh, man, he's a special player, special football player. You guys have seen that on the field throughout 4 or 5 years he's been here. But besides that, he's just an incredible person. Outside of the football field, we've really grown a close relationship. It hurts because those are the guys you want to do it for. They put their heart and soul into everything. Doesn't matter what it was. He gave us 100% every time. I'll miss looking back to get the call from him.
What were the challenges you faced just to get on the field?
A lot of health stuff. Can't control that. It's football. But I was fortunate enough to get back out there and give it my best. That's all you can do. Too many mistakes on my part. It was just a blessing, honestly, to get back out there on that field with my boys and my brothers, especially those seniors, to be out there again, which hopefully wasn't our last time, but, it could be. So, I just couldn't be more grateful to have had that game with those guys.
Any more for Cody? All right, Cody, thank you.
Thank you guys.
The start of the game seems like it's been looking for you guys the last couple weeks.
We were very, very efficient on our first drive. You would have liked to, every drive to be like that. But, our execution, was good in the openers, and we did a good job, and everyone was doing their job. So, good things happen when you're all working together like that. And unfortunately, we couldn't string a couple more of those drives together.
What were your emotions like today on senior day?
It was a lot more emotional than I thought it would be. I don't see myself as, I'm not a huge crier or anything. I don't, especially when it comes, football's a game, but it's a great teacher. So when you have a negative, the outside world call it a negative game, you can either look at it as learning or you can, just wallow in, what went wrong. But it was a very emotional day. Just seeing all the guys that I, kind of guys like Noob, I've been here for so long with them. And, our last game at Huntington Bank Stadium, it was a lot of emotions, but,
Brevyn, what do you feel was like on the execution in the second half?
Give a lot of credit to the Wisconsin defense. They did a good job. We knew going into the game that they were going to pressure us heavily. And they did a good job, sure tackling. And at the end of the day, it's on us for the execution part. making sure that, we have the right calls and the communication's on point.
How big of a challenge were all the different looks that you threw at you throughout the game, pressure-wise?
I think our coaches did a great job preparing us throughout the week. It was a lot of similar looks that we practiced and things like that. But, again, credit to their defense. They played a great game tonight.
Tyler, I know it's still pretty fresh, but, now that your time here is almost at an end, unless you guys play another game, what do you think about your time here and how much you poured into this program? How disappointing is the result for this season, the way it played out?
Yeah, I would say my time here, I would say it's special, bro. And result aside of this year and how it played out, bro, I wouldn't play for any other program but this one. I wouldn't fight with any other teammates and players except my brothers, except guys that like Brev. I don't have any regrets. I don't. Obviously, it wasn't the result that we wanted for this season, but I'm glad I came back.
Your interception in the first half, did you think you had a route to the end zone?
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought I did. I thought I could get there. Probably should have put a couple more moves on. Forgot how to play offense a little bit, but yeah. I thought I could get there.
Brevyn, what was it about this year's team where the PJ was just here talking about how it was just so close in so many different games, but just what didn't allow you guys maybe to reach the potential maybe you thought you had?
That's a great question. From my perspective, I'm super thankful to have all the guys in that locker room. It was never a preparation problem for us or, getting guys that wanted to be out there. Even tonight, we had guys, that haven't played a whole lot this year out there on the field and, they're giving it their all. I think that, the end of the day, sometimes the ball's just not going to bounce your way, regardless, how hard you work and things like that. But the end of the day, we gave it our best, and I'm super proud of all those guys in the locker room.
So how do you look at some of the missed tackles and missed assignments creeping into another game here?
I think obviously that's something that's not characteristic of our defense. We pride ourselves on detail. We pride ourselves on tackling, stopping the run. I can't put my finger on it, honestly. I might have to go back and watch the tape. I haven't watched it yet. So, yeah.
I'll be the one to ask about the record again.
Mm-hmm.
I know you said you don't care for it, but now that there's a little bit of a line and the season's over, does it matter to you that you've had 13 interceptions here?
Yeah, obviously, I'm aware of it. It's special, something that, I didn't really think was going to happen for me when I first got here. So looking back on it, I'll probably think it's cooler tomorrow than it is today. But yeah, it's special, man. But I couldn't have done that without my coaches, without Coach Rossi believing in me, without Coach Collins believing in me, putting me in the right positions every single week, without my D-line playing the way that they do, and without my brothers in the back end, man. I couldn't do it alone. I didn't do this alone. Those 13 interceptions are our defense's interceptions. So, yeah, it'll be cooler tomorrow.
For either one of you, now that you're leaving the program, how do you feel about the state of the program moving forward?
I feel like we're in a good spot. I mean, I feel like, obviously, yeah, this wasn't the year that we wanted to have, but I think we have the right pieces to be able to go out and change that next year. Reminds me a lot of the 2020 year. We had a lot of young, inexperienced guys that hadn't gotten in the game before, guys that, me included, guys that haven't played in certain positions before. I think we got the pieces to really be a really great team, especially on defense, on offense as well. But I just think it's just going to be those guys coming back and going to work and remembering and learning from all the things that happened this year, because that's how it happened for me. I had a bad year 2020, 2021. I was able to come back and have a better year because I learned from my mistakes, had more experience. So I think we have the pieces there to be really, really, really good next year.
How do you look at Ethan's year as a whole?
He showed a tremendous amount of perseverance in my eyes. The level of leadership and poise, it was light years from last year. And I think he did a great job. I'm incredibly proud of him, the way he carried himself, through the ups and downs of the season. And I cannot wait to see him play next year. I cannot wait because I know he's going to get right back to work, get his body back, and it's going to be scary.
Tyler, what's it like just seeing so many guys have to cycle through that secondary side of things?
Yeah, it was hard, obviously, but we got a bunch of guys in there that's always ready to go. Coleman, obviously, he was ready to go, and he's always been like that. Carey came in for a couple plays. He was ready. Young guys like freshman Zaquan came in for Wally, Snoop, and for Wally, Trayvon, and Tariq. But it was awesome to see those guys get their shot and get their chance to play because all they do is work. All they do is work hard, and I think all those guys have the potential to be really good players. So it's just one under their belt.
Tyler, how difficult was it to contain the quarterback on the run?
Yeah, he's a special athlete, man, and we knew that if he got out of the pocket, it was going to be dangerous. So that was one thing that we were focused on throughout this week, and he just showed who he is. He's a great player.
For both of you, just Coach Rossi talked about those moments, the big wins, or even stuff off the field that you remember from the team for 9 years. Is there a moment for you guys over your career, whether it's on the field or off the field, that you remember just take away from?
Yeah, just going to work with this guy every day, man. And that's what I'm gonna remember. Honestly, I'm not gonna remember the scores, not gonna remember how many wins we had. I'm gonna remember going to battle and going to work with this guy and the guys in our locker room every single day. Whether it's winter workouts, spring ball, summer workouts, fall camp, I'm gonna remember those things. You really, when you look back, you don't really remember the details of the games that much. You remember the people that were with you. So that's what I'm gonna remember.
Yeah, I'd definitely say, just making each other better at practice. There's been a couple days where I wanted to rip this guy's head off.
Yep.
But that's just, that's the beauty of football. Brings you close together. I think it's incredibly important to, have those moments because, without that, that you're not going to build any team camaraderie, anything like that. So just, I'll remember all the, things within the facility and all the things outside of the facility as well.
And then both of you possibly moving on to the NFL and keeping playing. What are you going to take from the work, obviously, that you guys put in and now are going to put in again to possibly play at the next level?
Changing my best.
Yeah, I would say kind of going off of that, a thing that Coach Harbaugh really likes to say a lot is always approaching, never arriving. Just always finding ways to improve your game. Obviously, at the next level, it's the epitome of, football as we see it. So, just always making sure that we're open to getting better and never feeling like we've arrived.
Any more questions?
If there is a bowl game, have you two thought about if you're going to be playing in it or preparing for the NFL potentially?
Yeah, I haven't really thought about that yet. That's something I'm going to talk with my family about this weekend, talking with my coaches, figure it out.
Same here.
And then UB talked to you earlier about having your family here. How was that moment for you, just walking off and getting to see them?
Man, super emotional, bro. They sacrificed so much for me and my brother, obviously. And it's just really special that they're able to come up here every single week, especially this season, see me and my brother play. It was super emotional, man. So I cannot thank them enough, for real, for everything they've done for me.
All right. Thank you, guys. Cody Lindenberg in here.